Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red. This Monday morning, I wonder what gracious things God is going to allow us to enjoy this week as we reveal his kingdom to people in their lives. His word, Matthew 18, verse 8, reveals to us today a furtherance of what Jesus began last week when we talked about what are the woes. And Jesus becomes descriptive now in those things that can cause us to stumble. Verse 8, he says, if your hand or your foot causes you to stumble, cut it off and throw it from you. It is better for you to enter life crippled or lame than to have 2 hands and 2 feet and be cast into the eternal fire. So Jesus is saying, if your hand causes you to stumble, or if your foot causes you to stumble, then cut it off. Does he really mean he wants us to cut off our hands and cut off our feet? And then he says the reason why you need to do this is so that you don't enter life, as it were, in this kind of crippled way, in this broken way. And entering life is about entering into both the life now as well as the life in eternity. He's saying, you don't want to go out of this world carrying around you things that have caused you to stumble and take it into the world that we're going to go to beyond death. So he says, better for you to cut it off and cast it away. And what he's really saying isn't that Christians walk around with no arms and no feet, so all crippled. What he's saying is that we need to deal with the issues that are causing us to stumble, even if it's our hands or our feet or whatever. We need to deal with the issues before we get into this place where we can't deal with it anymore. And what kind of issues does Jesus talk about? Well, he's talking about things we do, in this case, with our hands and with our feet. So what we do with our hands and where we go with our feet. And are we going to the right places and doing with our hands what we should be doing, or doing with our hands what we shouldn't be doing? Well, what are our hands for there? Well, God's hands are there to serve. And when Christians realize that God has called us not to serve ourselves and to serve our own natural desires, but to serve him and his purposes. God wants us to be those who make sacrificial lives offerings to him, so that we go through life not just trying to please ourselves, but please him. And the way we please him is by pleasing, as it were, what he does, do what he does. And what he does is he uses his hands to bless, to encourage, to provide, to minister, to use whatever skills we can use with our hands to enrich the lives of other people. He said once, Jesus, that unless you give your life away, you'll never know what life is really all about. But once you've given your life away, that's when you're really going to inherit life. And God wants us to deal with the issues in our lives before we die, so that when we die, we go into death with life. We don't want to go into death with all the brokenness that we've been involved in during our lives. Some people think, this is my own private business. I don't really want God to deal with this. I don't really want God to deal with that. Listen, when you gave your life to Jesus, you gave God permission to come and to address every wrong issue that's in you. And if you don't let God deal with every wrong issue in you, then you're going to carry that wrong issue with you through your life. And not only through this life, but when you die, you're going to take that wrong issue with you into life beyond death. And there's a problem with that, because God will have to deal with it then. And you don't want God dealing with it then outside of grace. You want God dealing with it now in the name of Jesus, so that Jesus can take away your sin. Not that you have to deal with issues when you get into death. Hey, Monday morning. What things has God got for us for the rest of the week? Have a great day. God bless you.